Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another Thunderbird live streaming, design, development, whatever this is gonna be. I see there are a few people watching. Thank you so much. Feel free to write in the chat, ask all the questions, say where are you from, what time is it right now for you? Because I'm very interested in all these things. But as usual, I'm gonna ramble through these next 2 hours. I'm gonna try to show you something and work on something. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Sometimes I stop and read the questions. But yeah, let's get started. So last time, what we did, and in general, the purpose of these live streamings is to show the process of implementing a new features inside Thunderbird, from the ideation part to the design to the development. Last time we worked a lot on the scope of work, because it's all the things that we need to consider before we even start doing anything on a new feature. We need to try to figure out why we want to do it, how we want to do it, what are the potential roadblocks, what we don't want to do it, and when we want to do it, putting in scope, out of scope, and all these wonderful little things. So I wrote the scope of work last time. I worked a little bit on this, just a few minutes to refinish it and polish it. If you want to read this, you can actually grab it from the video. This is the video here. You can open the description and there's the link to the scope of work. Google Doc allows to publish a document as a standalone web page. So you cannot comment or request access or whatever, but it's everything there. You can read it if you're interested. Couple of things that I did to improve stuff. I started thinking of seriously, like in details, what it's in scope. I looked at our source code. If we have some example on Mozilla Central or Com Central, just Thunderbird, Firefox, and I improved a little bit the description. I also shared this with my colleagues, with a couple of senior engineers and engineering manager, asking for feedback. Of course, I didn't receive any feedback because this is it's not their job to give me feedback on my live streamings, but it will happen probably later on. But a couple of things that I wanted to highlight. First, I started thinking a little bit more on the complexity of operating system shortcuts, because every operating system can have different shortcuts. Other than the modifier keys, some operating system, for example, on Linux, to close an application, even macOS is like Command Control W. On Windows is Alt F4. That's a very, like, using the function keys is a very Windows specific thing. So there are some shortcuts that are completely different with each other. And I really don't want in my database to keep track of like having one entry duplicated for all the operating system variations. So I started trying to figure out or come up with a simple array, or actually, let me do pageless here because maybe this is easier. I do page setup, pageless. Okay, nice. So there's no interruption here. So I started try to come up with a structure of how I want to save these in my database. And for example, I wrote something that if the database schema has an ID, which is the unique ID that's part of the database index, doesn't matter. The action is just a descriptive name that triggers the shortcut. The context, because an action can be, for example, Control N can trigger a new message on the mail tab, but also can create a new contact in the address book tab. So depending on the context, the action changes. We need to keep track of those contexts, but those contexts cannot be modified by the user. It's just for us to recognize where we want to pull it in. So we did another context table. Shortcut, capture all the keys in sequence separately and store a flat array key and modifier. I came up with, let's build an array that can be an object or an array that I will figure it out in code. But I started to try to figure out how do I want to, what is the simplest way for me to write and digest key variations. So for example, if the key is number 1, so on the keyboard you press number 1, how do we want to track the different modifiers? And the first one is, Windows, macOS, and Linux. We can split it in these 3 operating systems. Thank God there are only 3 operating systems in the world. But yeah, we can track all the modifiers like the meta key, control key, shift key, and we can use booleans, false or true, to see which one should be affected. So for example, these are an example from the Spaces toolbar. If you want to switch to the Mail tab or the Calendar tab, all these kind of things, you can use the key number 1, but on Windows is Alt key, Alt 1. On macOS is Control 1, and as well as on Linux. So this is just an original initial idea. If the shortcut is completely different, maybe also the key will have the different operating system variation. As I said, the example of Control W against Alt F4, those are 2 completely different shortcuts, but the action is still the same: close the current window. So how do we keep track of those without duplicating entries in the database? And it's only 1 entry, and it can be changed based on the operating system. But anyway, if you're interested, you can look at this this document and read it, and leave a comment in the video if you have some suggestion. The other thing that I want to show you is how we're gonna use, we actually using Notion to keep track of this work. Because right now I wrote the scope of work, I did a little bit of mockup. The next step, what I'm gonna do today, is design. So how do we track the priorities? How long does it take? How long do I have to finish some specific tasks? So we are currently using Notion. All of this is currently behind closed doors because we're still figuring out our process. We're in a pretty good state and we are capturing pretty much everything, but also Notion has the ability to publish your Notion task board and all the sprints and milestones and everything as a web page, as a static web page that random users cannot touch, you cannot think, but you can take a look and track all the work that we're doing. So the process of using Notion, what I did was, first we start from a program. The program level is the highest level that we have in order to track the work and the effort org-wide. I tracked the customizable shortcut as a program. I set the start date, which was the original start date, and then I set I didn't set an end date. The end date is automatically calculated based on the last sprint, end date of the last sprint. I linked the Google document, the scope of work for the customizable shortcut. And then I started thinking about the different milestones. And the different milestones are actually coming from the scope of work, because that's how I identified how do I want to split my work. I start with the wireframes, the design prototypes. These are all the different milestones. So I started splitting those into customizable shortcut. First milestone is design and backend. And it's something that I have a wanted end date, which is October 4th. So potentially by the beginning of October, we're going to have the entire design finished and the entire backend finished. So no front-end components, just figuring out how does it need to look, and then figure out and implement how do we want to store these into a database and having just an API interface. And this milestone from a program level is actually, let me open it up entirely, from a program level is actually capturing the specific team's milestone, because this milestone includes both design and backend, so engineering and design. So I'm tracking the design milestone and the desktop milestone, because backend is part of the desktop. As you can see here, we have like services, mobile, Markham, like other things. We'll probably have those later if we want to advertise a new feature, if we want to, I don't know, we need some servers or external resources for services and infrastructure, we can create those milestones there. But what I'm working on right now is primarily the design milestone. So if we access the design milestone, customizable shortcuts, we see that I have 3 tasks. First, identify user needs at scope, which I did with the scope of work and a little bit of wireframes. And now what I'm at right now is the current task, which is UI and UX design, which is currently in progress. And I already left a little comment to Laurel, our design manager, I finished the round of wireframe, feel free to leave comments, blah, blah. So this is what I'm currently working on right now. And yeah, this is how we use Notion. We use Notion to track efforts, dates, completion of specific things, prioritization, when things happen. We're gonna, as I said, we're gonna release this publicly for everyone to look at once we finish clean everything up. But yeah, so right now what I need to do is UI and UX design. Is this working? I'm not seeing any comments here. So whenever I don't see any comments during a live streaming, I kind of freak out because I worry that the audio is not working or the chat is not working. It's all good. Please write something in the chat and tell me if it's working. Actually, I'm gonna write, is this working? I can also test a little bit just to make sure. I don't want to go too further. I mean, I see like the stats people are in, but there's no interaction and it freaks me out a little bit. So write something in the chat, please. Please. Let me check the audio here. I'm gonna background music. Let me check if this is happening. Yeah, so it seems that it's working. So, okay, Laurel, thanks for confirming. Yeah, I was like, oh no, something technical problem, something, everything is wrong. Okay, cool. All right, so let's continue. We're gonna switch to PenPot because we're gonna do some nice design right now. What I did a little bit this morning in preparation, I created and shared publicly a Thunderbird design system file. Open file and new tab. So if you're using PenPot, you can search in the libraries of publicly available templates and libraries. You should be able to find the Thunderbird design system. Inside the Thunderbird design system, I created all the assets for local components and colors. We have all the colors separate to like accent, danger, neutral, primary, they're all there. And I created all the components and organized by groups. So we got icons. Actually, I should maybe organize this. Can I need to group this. Okay. Yeah, should have grouped this into icons. Can I, if I rename this, can I icons / icons group? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I renamed this. Okay, I can do this via rename. Icons, boom. Sorry. This is the real thing. This is exciting to watch as usual. Icons. Boom. And rename. Icon. Bam. Done. Okay, so we got 551 components already available. Sick. That's amazing. We got our buttons, button close, large, a preview of our buttons. We got the button primary, all the states here. Yeah, so you can pull in these into your project if you want to use it, or you can explore it, duplicate it, manipulate it if you want. This is just the beginning of our design system. I pulled in all the things that we have. These are absolutely wonderful icons that Micah, our designer, created, and we have extra small, medium, large variation, and we also have high contrast mode and large high contrast. Yeah, it's brilliant. So I can use this to do like faster mockups, and it's gonna be fantastic. So this is what I did. In my customizable shortcut file, I added the Thunderbird design system assets, and we have everything here organized by components, so I can pull them in and reuse them. I don't need to recreate anything from scratch. But before we do any of that, Laurel, our wonderful design manager, she left some comments on our mockup, and I'm sure she wasn't happy of the things that I did. probably. Let's see. How do I hide it? Okay, hiding the UI. So let's start. I already told Laurel, like, all your comments will be read live for everybody to see. So don't write anything compromising. No. Let's open these. All right. Have you considered a drop down to quickly jump to each section rather than a scroll? If a scroll is more suitable, what is the rationale? That's a very good question. I'm thinking that you might end up with a scroll within a scroll situation if the shortcuts for a section are quite long. Okay, yeah, that's a very good question. I didn't think the rationale is just this is one single scroll. One thought that I have is that this can be collapsed, and if you start searching, is an auto filtering on searches, like the quick filter. When you start typing, it starts filtering and showing things, and the typing also affects the section titles. I didn't consider a drop down. Yes, yeah, that's a good point. This is a good point. Potentially for the first implementation, without potentially, because that's what I'm doing. For the first implement, I don't know how to write implementation. I'm aiming at only adding 10 shortcuts from the mail tab. So a single section might do. I will add some mockups to explore the drop down, or maybe even tabs selection. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this comment here for posterity. Do any of our shortcuts also have an icon or symbol icon button that needs to be displayed? Some do, but those icons are usually controlled by the OS, and we're not very consistent. We could add them if it helps with visually identifying actions. The problem with icons also, for example, like the close button, like the close shortcut, Control W or Alt F4, the close icon is an X. We show that X to the side of the action. That might be an action. And also I wanted to use icons to like edit or reset, restore there. But visually we can make it work. There's no problem. But yeah, the majority of the problem is that we're not very consistent in adding icons to our shortcuts, and it's more the action that as an icon, and the icons, especially in the context menu or the main menu bar, are dictated by the operating system. Might be tricky. 3, might need section columns titles. Command shortcut as in keyboard values also account for a scroll bar within the section if the shortcut are more than modal accommodate. Section title. Yeah, I can experiment with section title. Can experiment with section title, but I will like to avoid entirely scroll bars within scroll bars. If the whole modal scrolls, I don't want a scroll inside a scroll. I hate that so much. It's just so weird to navigate. So if that's also an uncertainty, right? Like we don't know how many shortcuts we have right now. We don't know what is the total of the shortcuts, how many shortcuts we want to expose. So I don't know if any section will have too many shortcuts and we want to make the section a little bit more compact. But in case of the drop-down selection, that solves the problem because the whole section scrolls and only the header with the search and the drop-down, the section there. Yeah. I think your suggestion of having a drop-down selection for the sections is a good way to solve this problem. Yeah, I like that suggestion a lot. Then we got, can a user undo or clear any updates made in a section? Can they bulk undo, clear, redo? Good question. Do we want to offer a total like reset to default? So I put it here. I forgot. That's why we do mockups. I forgot that I put it here, reset all to default in a context menu because I don't want to make it too easy to click accidentally. Reset all the default to a section. Yes. Okay. I can add a reset, bulk reset for the currently active section. Good suggestion. Yeah, gonna do that. Then we got 5. How will a user be made aware if there are any conflicts? The conflict is highlighted during customization, and the user needs to confirm before saving the new shortcut, which will clear the old, which will clear the conflicting original. How do I explain this? Do you know what I mean? Laurel, like if there's a conflict while the user is customizing, there's the warning, but if the user said, yeah, I don't care, do it anyway, we're gonna clear the other shortcut that is causing the conflict. The other shortcut that is causing the conflict. So basically the other shortcut will be saved as an empty string custom shortcut. So we just disable that shortcut. Which also, yeah, makes me think of scope of work. So in scope here, if a shortcut has an empty string inside the override, or maybe null, if the empty shortcut is null or empty or null, empty string or null or false, we don't register the event listener. Yeah, we can do that. We need to figure out, because by default, especially if we do it in JavaScript, if you have like an undefined or null or empty string, they're all like equal false. So we need to have like a specific identifier. But yeah, this is a good point. Like if a shortcut exists and it's saved in our database, but there's an override that is not the default, and the override is something that is not a shortcut combination, we just don't set it up. We just skip it, which will allow us to disable other shortcuts. Just set a null. Null thing. Okay, then number 6 here. Can a user export a text file if they want to keep a file outside of the application for reference? No, I don't think we should do that. Wait. because that creates the need of import export in a format that is different from the format we use to save the shortcuts in the user's profile, SQL or JSON, who knows. This will later be tied to account sync so users can back it up. If you're thinking about a way to offer a quick overview of the current shortcuts, this model is what it's for. Maybe we could offer a printing option to generate a PDF. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, users might want to have like an overview charts of all the screenshot of the shortcuts that they have, right? So if we offer the ability to print this model with all the sections, that would be nice. They could actually print it out and having it there, and it's good for our elderly users or even new users that need to learn. They have like the yeah, it's good overview. The fact that I don't want to do like export in another format, like exporting TXT or exporting Markdown or anything, because then the users might assume or want the ability to then import. Oh, so my comments are registered as new, so it's not clearing. Okay, I see. Interesting. Okay, but yeah, I don't want to add another format. Otherwise, yeah, that users might assume like, okay, I have a TXT file, why I cannot import my shortcuts? Okay, 7. Within search, does case matter? Can a user force that? Case matter? No case. No, I don't think so. Case shouldn't matter. Wow, I really don't know how to write don't. It's incredible. Yeah, case shouldn't matter because actions, we won't have a case for shortcuts, I guess. No, it shouldn't matter because shortcuts, if you have like, for example, a Control S and Control Shift S, the S is, you end up writing it as an uppercase because you're holding down Shift. But the way that we registered in the code, we register all lowercase. We don't do the separation. Creating a separation between uppercase and lowercase in code as well for custom shortcuts will be a nightmare to handle. Because you don't know if, for example, if the shortcut is Control uppercase S, how do you do that? You need to first put down caps locked and then press Control S, because if you do Control Shift S, that's a completely different shortcut. That's another modifier. So no, we don't want to do that. I'm gonna resolve this comment. Is this to resolve it? What is this? No. Oh, this is to mark it. This is to resolve it. Okay. It remains there, but it's a little bit of opacity, so a result. I don't know if I like this. Feedback for Pampot. All right, this is the customizable model here. Exposing the conflict here is great, but how can a user look at what's in conflict more easily? In the case that they want to change the previous shortcut and not this new one. So I will make this potentially clickable. Like, because I want to list the conflict, and there should exist only one conflict at a time. There shouldn't be more conflicts. maybe we can make this clickable so the users can, what is the point though, right? Like if we, because the only things that we care is the shortcuts that conflicts with something else, and what is the something else that the conflicts. So in this case, example, users wants to press Control Q to trigger a new message, but the Control Q shortcut is already set for closing the application. So that's the context, right? They want to change the previous shortcut. If they want to change it, they can save this and that shortcut will be cleared, and then they can go to that shortcut and search like close application and set a new shortcut for that. Or maybe we can make this clickable and it opens, it goes to that customizable dialog for that specific shortcut. Maybe. Okay. I can make the conflict text. Oh my god. Clickable link to so it can be edited. But I'm not sure it's a good flow to close a modal and open another. I would prefer to keep this linear and only offer a single action. Single action, which is cancel or override. So in general, clear this, please. Thank you. My assumption is that in terms of the user flow, if the user is setting a shortcut and gets a warning, the shortcut already exists, the user, by reading the action of the old shortcut that the user is gonna override, the user should make a decision of, I don't care about this other shortcut because I never use it, so let's override it. Or, oh shit, actually the shortcut is important, so I don't want to override it, and they change the shortcut. That's the only outcome. It will feel weird for me as a user flow to, oh, this conflicts with this other shortcut, so I'm gonna go to this other shortcut and change it, and then go back to this previous shortcut to create a new one after I resolve the conflict. If the user doesn't care about the old shortcut that is being overridden, the conflicting one, they can just save the new one and the conflicting one will be cleared. I think so, but I might be wrong. This could be like something that our users start testing. So like, this sucks. Dars, hello. I haven't been to your channel for a long time. I learned from you. Build WordPress PHP course a couple of years ago. Thank you so much, Dars. Thank you for being a subscribers. Thank you. Yeah, the Firefox hat is super cute. Yeah, I work for Thunderbird Mozilla, so I'm not doing tutorials anymore. I'm doing live streaming on how to implement features in Thunderbird. Contribute to open source, which is nice. So number 9, pondering the modal pop-up scenario. This might make accessibility more cumbersome. Yes. Have you explored any possible or alternatives to put these action items more directly in the modal interface? Yes, this is something that I would like to explore in design right now, because this can be a slider or it can be a takeover inside the modal. I don't want to open another modal, or I don't want to open another, I don't want to open pop-ups at all. And opening a modal inside a modal is kind of sketchy. So we need to find, it could be like a top slide down. Like, do you remember the old Mac OS? It should use to slide down there, and it's kind of like a takeover, not really a modal, like a sheet. Yes, I want to explore this in design and trying to avoid nested modals and dialogues at all costs. Pam. Okay, then here, Are we able to offer any sets of predefined shortcut? This might help with some accessibility requirements, some users. No, better to avoid that. Because like offering predefined shortcuts, it means that whenever the user opens a shortcut customizing whatever section, then we need to check all the shortcuts that are already set, all the overrides, what can against a list, like a database of suggested shortcuts, and see which one we can suggest. But also all those suggested shortcuts will need to account for macOS, Linux, and Windows variation. So we need to have like different keys and whatever. And it's definitely not worth it. I don't think there's a lot of benefit in offering like, hey, you should use this. Just let the user decide. I think it's more linear. It's easier from a coding point of view, especially for the first round. I would skip this for now and avoid maintaining a database of suggestions that needs to be validated every time. Post. Boom, boom. Reopen it. Marked as done. Okay, cool. We finished them all. Thank you so much, Laurel. This was absolutely fantastic. So now what I want to do, I want to jump directly to the high fidelity. Hi-fi. Hi-fi. Can I reorder it? Oh, yes, I can reorder it. Nice. High fidelity. Okay. So, and that's where I'm gonna use components because that's the easiest thing. How's everybody doing? Any questions? Anything then you want to ask me before I jump on hi-fi components and we continue our lovely exploration? Checking my emails, of course, because I keep receiving a million different emails. All right, let's jump into it. Let's get out of comments mode. Let's see, I never use penpot with components. Let's see how it goes. So what if I access my Thunderbird components and I go into where do we have that component? Where is that component? Did I save this? Oh, I didn't save this model component. Ha ha ha. That's the thing. Okay, what do I save? I don't know if I'm gonna make this a model component yet. Buttons. Default. Default. This should be. Oh wow. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, it didn't swap it? Can I swap it? Can I swap this? Swap components. I want this. Not in Thunderbird design system, in local library. How do I swap this component? What is this? Did I swap it or just get it added? Button desktop. No, I didn't swap it. How do I swap this component to my new components? Do I just drag it? No. Okay, it did swap it. Why it got added here? I don't know. I don't want this. Okay, perfect. I swapped this. I need to rename those buttons, but that's something for later. Gonna swap this to our primary button default state. Yes, it did swap it now. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna just copy this background here. Is this a whole background? Yes, I'm just gonna copy this model. Manually copying it because that component is not easy to use and it's not super ready. So I'm gonna, boom, put it here. Perfect. So our model, one thing that I could do, I could copy from the wireframes the app background and slap it down here just to have a silly reference. And then I want to build a frame around here, maybe, or a board. How to use it? Okay. Let's call this model. Boom. Oh no. I want this to go bum. Bum. Make it as big as this one. Aha. Top left. Okay. Snapping. I need better snapping, Pempot. Give me better snapping. Let's lock this in place. This one, we can make it center and center. Okay, so this model that we want to open from the wireframes like this could be a little bit smaller, but we're going to leave it at that for now. I'm not sure I want these super nice background visuals. This is more like this background visual more come from a first-time user experience. It's very nice and welcoming and blah, blah, blah. But this thing is going to be filled with a lot of information. Probably we don't need this. So for now, we can just hide it. And we can use these tiny little gradient background here, and we can get away with this. So inside here, I want to add my forms input. Let's do a default input field. Yes, let's do a default input field. Slap it here. Helper text. Can I hide? Okay, no. Now we're gonna see how flexible Pempot components are, because I want to hide this. Can I do that? Yes, I can. We have in our wireframe the search. Can I edit this without? Yes, I can. Search, shortcuts, something like that, whatever. Then I want to put this in the center and maybe separate. One thing that I didn't do is importing grids, because I don't really know how grid components and things like that work in Pempot, but we are going to figure it out later. And other things that I didn't import was, or I didn't set as components, was typography, but I can always fix it later. So let's do this here. Then we want, what do we have here? Filter, if the filter is active, and this is the menu. So here is the time to shine with our icons. What type of menu we want to do here? We can add a assets, components, icons, icon medium. What do we have? What do we want to use? Danny asks, how's my experience so far with Pempot? It's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible as a tool, as a software, how similar to Figma is, how comfortable it makes me to use it. There's pretty much not a lot of learning curve if you start designing right away. Just it comes with a lot of concept, is a very polished UI. There are some things that are still heavily missing, like managing a large design system, shared libraries, kind of clunky and complicated. Performance sometimes for like large complicated components, I needed to split them or cut a couple of things. I saw some hidden performance there. Yeah, Figma, I think it is maybe it's a bit unfair to compare it to Figma and Sketch, because Figma and Sketch has like multi-million-dollar companies. They have infinite resources that have been around for a long time. But Pempot, for what they were able to achieve in that amount of time, this is wonderful. I would say if you're a designer, a developer or a UX designer, if you want to use it, absolutely fucking use it. Just make it your daily driver. A large organization with multiple teams and they need like collaboration is not quite there yet, but I'm sure it will get. Like, I wouldn't be using it if I wasn't comfortable. I don't hate it. Like, it's absolutely fucking good. So yeah, absolutely, it's pretty good, I should say. You know, swearing. We don't have. Wait, I remember importing those icons. We don't have. Let me check in our design system. I guess they're here, but not here. Oh no, they are. What is this? More or this filter? Why does this show up? Component more. Yes. This is icon small. Oh, we don't have it in the medium. Oh, I see. Small. Yeah, there you go. Like, for example, here it would be nice to be able to, I can search, icon more. Yeah, it doesn't show up. No, icons more. Can I just type more? Oh, more vertical alt. Icon small. Okay. That's okay. It's acceptable. This I want to make it boop, boop, boom. I don't know if this is filter. Yeah, it could be filter here. Let's see which one we think it's better. We can test a couple of things. Yeah. Can I change the color of this? Can I use assets here? No, recent color. Thunderbird design system. There you go. Give me the name. Mute it. Yeah, for example, here in Figma, I could search the name of the color and it will give me in the design system, in this tab, it will give me the full overview. It will give me something like this, right? It will give me like colors, open the colors, and I would search, okay, I want a neutral color, I want a border intense. If I click this, it applies. I guess I could change it from here, but it's easier to, like, you select the option, you select the element, you click and open the colors and you select that. But text base, we want base text here and we want base text here. Oh no, I want the icon to have a base text. Okay. Hello, Laco. Good morning, afternoon, evening, night from Germany. Hello. Maybe the official instance is just too crowded. What do you mean, official instance crowded, Danny? Hello, Laco. Hello from Germany. Hello. Thank you for watching. Okay, let's continue this while we chat. Here we need the close button. Components, buttons, close. Let's do, we want a small button or a large. Which one is the preferred way? This is kind of large, but I guess this makes sense. Or we want this. This is too large. I don't like it. But I think that's the correct one. Laurel, what do you think? Is the large one the correct one? I think so, right? It's huge. It's fine. It's fine. Amos. Ciao, Amos. Sei italiano? Are you Italian? I'm gonna switch this stream and just speak Italian from now on. Okay. 898. Right. Accessibility. Yes, Laura. Yes, you're right. Yes. But I like tiny little funny things that are cute, but they're not accessible. I know. Yeah, this is atrocious. Okay, then layer. We got, okay, let's start doing the section. So let's experiment with what Laurel suggested, the tab switcher. And the tab switcher could be like a drop down selection, like very easy, which I think I have the assets here. I already imported it. Components, forms input error, folks. No, I don't. Checkbox label, no, I don't. So I'm going to grab this. I think I don't, because I tried to export it from Figma and import it and it was failing. So I'm gonna quickly build it. Where is it? Form input. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this, detach the instance, move it down. I'm gonna just do it super quickly on the fly. So let's say that this context is male space or something like that. We can use this as a, I want to use the same style as a button door. Button default. I mean, use the same style of a default button. So I want to slap this here and I want to copy this style. Ooh. Can Pempot like right click, copy style? Oh no. Yeah, another thing that Figma has, it's super cool. You can just copy the style and apply the style and not copy the instance or copy the thingy, but it's fine. So we can do this is, and then the border stroke 1 pixel, I think is the same stroke. Yeah, it's the same. And then we got the drop down, drop shadow. I want to copy this. Okay, can I copy this style? Let me copy this tile, please. I don't want to redo it. Well, it's fine. I can do it. Shadow, drop shadow. Boom. What was this? 3, -4, 6, 10%. Let's all remember it together. 3, -4, 6, 10%. Bloop. Okay. Then we got male space, and what we can do here, we can, is this a container? We can delete this because we're not gonna have it. Here we can slap a tiny little chevron icon, drop down. So we make this a form selection, icons, medium, chevron down, pa-da-pa, boom. Nice. We did a drop down selection input. Oh, so many comments. Okay, I missed that. The performance issue on Pempot app you mentioned, it might be smoother if you self-host an instance. Oh, maybe. Yeah, self-hosting, maybe if you put like more resource and things like that. I mean, this is pretty fast. Like you can see I'm not having any slowdown. It's just when I try to import a fairly complicated components assets library from Figma, and it started chugging because there were a lot of instances and large images, and yeah, it's fine. Oh, Amos, sei un mio contatto su LinkedIn. Oh, nice. Thank you, Amos. Hey, Abhishek. Hey, long time no see. I'm pretty good. How's Akira? It's happening, actually, slowly. I'm rebuilding it in Rust. So, yeah, I'll probably during weekends, I'll do some live streaming of Akira. But yeah, right now I'm doing live streaming of Thunderbird live design. So I like this style. Yeah, like give me copy style. Copy style. I don't want to. Okay, enter 700 fill. Okay, I'm gonna do enter. Where is not regular 700, and I want to use the color component. See, like give me access to my components library. I don't know. Is this one base or is what is this? Which one should I use? Base. Let's use base. Okay. It's hard to navigate. Like I would like to have the sections so I can search my component, my color name and see divided by primary, default, neutral, and things like that. Here is a little bit of a mess, especially if you have different tone of grays. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's tough, but it's fine. Layers, button, remove. Mail space. Okay, we did this, and I think this we can shrink it a little bit. Is this fixed? Let's make it auto width, and we can put it here. 15 pixel of distance. I can make this a flex layout, which I'm actually gonna do right now. So I'm gonna make this thing input drop down. I'm gonna make this a flex layout, so I get comfortable with flex layouts in flex layout. I want a component aligned to the center. I want the row this way. I want this to the center. Oh, it remain 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay, and center 15. Hey, I like this. Is 15 fine? Should we go down to 12? Maybe it's consistency. Yeah, seems good. Nice. Gritty. Oh, thank you, Abhishek. Yeah, Vala is absolutely great. It was a great gateway drug to native development, but it's missing a lot of native libraries that like C++ or Rust or other languages have that simplify a lot of the math and the algorithmic calculations and all these things. Oh, hi, Sol. Welcome. Figma or Pampot for start with web design. I think Pampot is absolutely, if you're starting with web design, Pampot is absolutely doable. If it's just you and you're not working in a team or you don't have like massively large projects, Pampot is absolutely serviceable. It's pretty good. It's pretty impressive what they were able to achieve. I think I don't like the drop shadow on this, you know? Yes. Does it make it disappear a little bit? Maybe. And I want this also to be a small button because it's a section and we don't need that much. Let's do 3, 4. Oh, it's not. How do I clip content? How do I make this resize based on the layout? Oh, flex board. Fit content and fit content. Yes, that's what was missing. Let's do a 6 and then the size also 6. Yeah, I like this. And then we need a label. Actually, no, I don't like this. Oh God. Drop down. Where's my flex layout option? Where are my... Hey, where did it go? What? Oh God, why it collapsed? I accidentally clicked on this? Oh my God. Don't do this to me. I want a little bit horizontal padding. Can I do show four-sided padding? Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Let's do 9. A little bit more. And here, let's do 6. Yes. And then we want a label here, which I'm going to just steal from this and slap it here. Not inside, but outside. And it's going to put it inside. Okay, I'm going to move it outside here. Okay, so outside. Okay. Section label. Section. And this should be fixed with section. we want the label to the side or up? Let's put it to the side because we have a little bit of space here, so we can make this also 7 pixel. Let's put a little bit more space, maybe 9 pixel. Yes, and then slab it at 30 to the side and 30 to the left. Okay, we have this section. One thing that we can do, like super tiny little things, not all L. I want a line here. We can have this to use one of our system colors, which would be nice to have. What is that? Border. Yes, maybe. Is this 1 pixel? No. Why by default is 2 pixel? I want 1 pixel. A line should be 1 pixel by default. Hello, Micah. Hello. Yeah, Pempot follows more closely as CSS HTML can do. Yeah, totally awesome interface right now because not used to it yet. Yeah, it's a little bit, sometimes is rough, but it's fine. I'm using this as a good exercise. Okay, let's move this section row. Let's make these also a flex layout. Pam. Okay, we failed. Align to the center, align this way, align full, and these, I want this to fit all the stuff. Perfect. And what is the distance that we have? 13? No, I want 12 between all of this. We don't need top and bottom. Okay, so here, what we discussed in the comments, a reset for the section, right? So reset to default, that should appear only if we have any customization in place. So what we could do, we could add an icon. And Micah, look, you got all your icons are here. Look at this. Oh my God, look at this. Can I search, what's it called? Refresh? No. Reload, reset. God damn it. Components, icons. Okay, let's go. Icons small. The little refresh, reload. Where is it? Where is it? We have it. Recurrence? No, we have a circular one somewhere. Oh no, I thought we had one. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm gonna use the recurrence one just temporarily, but this should be a reload. We want to use it large though, not small. Hello, Red Blade 3. Welcome. Want to use the recurrence. Medium, we don't have recurrence. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, this is a bit better, a bit larger. I want to put it inside the section, bro. So it moves properly. And we can put it at the end here. Why is not a... Can you allow... Can you... Oh. With... Let's make it... Let's make it here. Oh. Sometimes the shortcuts are not captured by Pempot. So the Alt shortcut is what is used to show the sizing. But sometimes it's not captured, like at the icon selected here or this, and it opens the menu of Firefox. It's annoying. But yeah, okay. 43. No, I want this a little bit more. Okay, just 3 pixels. 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice. I think this is fine, and we could have a tooltip here, or I can add a comment. Let's add a comment actually. Reset all shortcuts in this section. These only appears if there are customized shortcuts. Post. Right, let's leave it at that. Icons, yes. Amos says, I've never used Penpot, but I heard it's more dev oriented than Figma. No, I mean, they have the development and prototype and inspect mode. Like you can grab a component and it's gonna tell you, it's gonna give you the ability to export in code and things like that, but is not more dev oriented than Figma. Like they have very similar paradigms. The only thing is, like, if you're used to Figma and you use a lot of those features there, it's a little bit more rough around the edges, Penpot, but it's just because it's newer. But it's good. Like, it's definitely, just give it a try. It's absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. Blade. Oh, Red Blade, have you tried the latest beta Figma interface? No, I didn't try beta. Anyone in this chat tried Figma beta? I'm on stable. I use like Figma stable because I cannot bother with bugs. I need a tool that just works and needs to be easy to work with. Okay, so now here, let me copy one of these rows, otherwise I'll never remember what to do. Where did it go? Of course, here. Okay, here we want an action, the representation of the shortcut, and buttons to edit and refresh or reload. Yeah, I think Penpot exports better. You're right, Micah. Penpot exports better code than Figma because, yeah, Penpot sticks to SVG standards, while Figma, for the sake of flexibility and the sake of making things a little bit fancier and more modern, they step away from SVG standards. So yeah, that's true. Okay, so. Sorry, I'm looking at this and I don't like it. I need to, so I'm adding all the elements there. I'm trying to make them fancy and things like that, but I don't like the way it looks. This is not inviting for me at all. Like, what is this? No. What am I designing here? No, this is not. Okay, no flex layout. We can delete this. Let's put this section row actually. Let's put this section row. Can I put a background underneath this? I don't like this at all. Does it happen to you sometimes? Like you're working on design, like you're churning through. And it's fine, yeah, this is working, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at it, it's like, wow, this sucks. Yeah, that's what happened to me just now. I stopped for a second and looked at it and like, wow, this is brutal. Let's do 6. Let's use one of our, what is that, lower subtle, soft. Border soft what? Do we have a soft blue base raised or is no, this is soft. Okay, let's do this. This should be not like this. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's just Blech. Yuck. Yuck. You guys. Yuck. Okay, first question. Do we need the background of this? Like the modal background. We have... Oh, am I putting everything into the background? Okay, I need to... No. I need to organize this. I need to move this out into the modal. But the background is... Yeah, the background modal. Okay, the background modal has this radial gradient. Can I hide this radial gradient? No? Where is it? Is it applied to the... How do I clear this? Is this the color a little bit? Okay, is this. Okay. All right, so we're doing that. All right. Leave it this blue a little bit. And then we can do, let's do a simple base raise like that. That creates a little bit more contrast. Does it allow me to? No. Okay, no. Managing these things with the keyboard is a little bit of a nightmare. Okay. Pum. Pum pum. Pum 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 pum. I need some music. You're probably listening to music. I'm not listening to the music that I'm sharing because otherwise it would be kind of distracting. But now I'm regretting it. Okay. This is the section. I don't know if this is the correct, but it's less sucky. Maybe this could be erased. This could be yeah, something up. We can figure it out later. Oh, the beta says Red Blade. The beta of Figma is really weird. I always have to search for things that were intuitive before. First, main controls are the button, which seems very unusual. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen to Figma. I don't know. Should we make this like brutal, like bam? Oh god, no. Yeah, I'm struggling with some style here. I'm getting stuck. Okay, stop, Alex. I'm getting stuck on useless menial things. Let's not do that. Okay, let's continue. Let's focus back on the shortcut row, which shouldn't be in the background section and shouldn't be in the section row, but should be outside section row, shortcut row. Okay, let's do this. Let's lock the background so we don't accidentally select it. The action should just be a simple, just like the label. We want to use action name is here. For example, the mail tab, write a new message. Yeah, maybe if I actually type where it needs to be typed. Write a new message. This. Then we want a couple of icons. So reset and edit. We're gonna use the reset icon that we have here. So is recurrence. Icons large, medium, small. I'm gonna use the small icon, recurrence, and then edit or pencil. I think we have pencil, right? What's it called? What is that icon's called? Icon small. Give me a pencil. P. No, 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 no. Oh my God. Where is a pencil here? We have it. I know we have it. Oh, this is painful. Oh, we don't have it in the list of icons that I grabbed from the design system. Oh no. Can I copy here somewhere from Figma? Oh, we don't have it. Okay, let me quickly open Figma. You're gonna see a little bit. That's iconography, the old Thunderbird design system. I'm randomly navigating to our old icons. We had a pencil. Oh, there you go. So we have a pencil here, but this is how big this is. 24 by 24 is too large. We have it here. Okay. Yes, okay. What if I just copy this directly into PenPod? Can I spam? Where did it go? No, it does not do anything. Layers. Oh, they're unfinished and unsorted. Unfinished and unsorted in the iconography. Exploration. Oh, here. Let me grab one. Let me grab this. So, can I copy this? Please, PenPod. Paste. God damn it. Just paste this. Okay. Can I copy the SVG? Copy as SVG. Paste. Oh, yes. Success. Okay. So if I copy this as SVG, nice. Okay. We like this. Okay. Base background. I don't want this. Edit. Move it inside here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Nice. This is good enough for now. Then I will convert these into components, but we want these too. So reload and edit. We got it here. We can remove it. Now the shortcut, I want to do something kind of cute. I want to use the default button style, but style it as a little bit as our shortcut representation of a button. So I'm going to start by copying this. Oh no, copying this background, copying this component and slapping it here. It doesn't copy anything. Okay, I'm gonna start on the other way. Now I'm gonna open button default, and grab the default one here, put it here. Okay, then I need to tweak it a little bit, or should I tweak it, or just do control? Yeah, can I tweak it? Okay, let me detach it from instance because I want to create a smaller 6 and then smaller top like 6. This can be control, shortcut key, boom. And then I want something silly like plus. And this I want a regular. Hey, I built a shortcut. Look at that. Nice. Flex layout. Centered. Yeah, to design I need to change the order of this. I need this to go in the middle. And then we have 9 pixel distance. Yes, let's do this. Why is this selected still? I don't want it selected. Okay, cool. Thank you. And we can cut this and slap it inside the selection row, shortcut row, and we can delete the shortcut. Where is this? Where did you put it? Here. Okay, look at us. Progress. We got some progress. Okay. Pum, 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 pum. Edit. Reload. We can slap. Can align all centered with each other. Same thing here. Center with each other, but this writing message context is kind of not great, so we want the context maybe a little bit bigger, and let's make it, can we make it italic? How do I make this italic? Regular doesn't allow me italic. Where is the font variation here? Oh no. How do I... Here, no. This is underlined. So the font, if the font doesn't have italic, I cannot do italic. But this is the font variation. It's only regular 300. Let's make this 500. That's just annoying. Okay, that's all right. Okay, then inside here as well, I want to do a tiny one pixel. Put it in the section row. Put it here. Oh no, that's the section row. That's the shortcut row. Sorry. Underneath, inside here. Pum, pum. And this, I want to make it also a border. Yes, but I want to also, not a solid, a dashed stroke. Wow, can I control the dash? How do I... What is this? Can I control the spaces of the dash? No, it's kind of weird. Next, okay. Okay. Let's do it dotted. Oh, it's almost invisible, so... border intense. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's put it here, and we can shorten it out to 650. Or shorten it up to here. They don't give me. Okay, let's do this. I think this is acceptable as a first round. Maybe a little. Oh no, this icon wasn't inside. Where is this icon? Cut. Paste it here. Inside, please. Does it paste it in place? Does it have like paste in place? No. It doesn't have paste in place. This is annoying. Okay, put it back. Okay, distance is 9 pixel, 12. Let's make it 12 as well. Okay, but then we want a little bit longer. Boom, pam, boom, pam. Let's do this. Nope. I don't want to add a new one. Can I edit this? Can I just change the, okay, thank you. I'm short-tempered with my screen. Okay, so I think this is fine. We'll align it to the center. We move it up to the top a little bit, maybe not 30, but like 21. Then we duplicate this and we make it a distance of maybe 12. Is this too? No, I think it's fine. And we try boom, 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 boom. Boom. Yeah, something like that. And just for visualization, so this is missing a bit of colors, right? And this is a little bit bland. But for visualization, we want to change a couple of things. Like, for example, delete message, archive message. Also, can we want to do uppercase? No, it's fine. What other shortcuts do we have? I don't know. Mail tab, mail space. I don't know. Something else. Even more complicated actions that are long. Please don't do this. Almost there. Spam. Oh. Mark as read, unread. Okay, so there's a restore reset icon in the unfinished ones too. Oh, really? Oh, I can, okay, I can use that. I can slap it in there then. Okay. Okay, so here, for example, I want to create some variations. So is this is not edited. Actually, this is not edited, and this is not edited. This is not edited. This is not edited. Let's do this. Okay. Then control and it's fine. Then this one delete message. Let's say that this was just D, but we want control delete. Archive message. This is only A. A. Okay, what do we do here? Do we leave it like this? This is a good expression. What do we want to do? Leave it like this, or we go this way and then the edit goes here? Because we might also have a situation in which, for example, this turn into something like this. Yeah, we got control, we got shift, we got alt F. Yeah, we could have something like that. So what do? Do we push everything? Or we do this actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna always put the edit at the end of the actual shortcut. So it's always there. And only when there's a shortcut that needs to be reloaded, it's outside the road. So that creates the visual exception. And it doesn't matter how long the shortcut is. It doesn't matter how long the action item is. We're gonna always have it in a good place. So we can move this here and move this here. Oops, boom, boom, boom. What is this? How is this aligned? 271, 271. Okay, let's do this. And this should be 12. Yes, this is 1191. Why? What is the icon? Why? Okay. This is selected. I don't want it selected. Sometimes it really gets stuck visually, Vampot, hey? Okay, yeah, let's do that. let's do that. So we got this situation here that then we turn. Okay, let's. I need to do it one by one. This is annoying. Okay, I should have done a flex layout so I could have just inverted all together, but it's fine. So in this situation that we have the icon that it's here, then this was modified, so this is external, is outside, and visually we recognize that this was modified, so is, yeah, it's there. I think this makes sense. I think this makes sense. So it doesn't matter how long a shortcut is, we are not gonna have a weird left and right like the same. We want to maintain the actionable, like clickable areas consistently in a row. Doesn't matter if we scroll, the mouse can be always in the same position. But only the exception to reset. So we make this more easy to spot. Do this, we put the icon here to boom, boom, and then boom, boom. Wow, so weird. Okay. Where is it 12? 12 pixel, okay. 9, 12. Watch now, Alex Alexander, that I guess his thoughts on that one. Hey! Reset be next to the name. We could put a reset next to the name, but there are two things there. Like reset next to the name might communicate that you're resetting the name. Instead, like we're only resetting the shortcut if they're customized. And also, as you can see, names can be different lengths. So it means that the reset could be like one here, 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 here. Like it's not in a line. Kind of annoying, right? We want to keep all the action items always in the same consistent place. And this makes sense also with the section title. Accidentally, the reset of the whole section, it's in line with the reset of the single items, so the single shortcuts. So yeah, I think this is a good solution. So Danny, you're saying that I am not creative and I'm just repeating the same things over and over again. I agree with you. I'm not inventing the wheel here. I'm just doing the bare minimum to make it look like, yeah, this seems like I put some thoughts in it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Fun. Oh, this is nice. Okay. This is starting to look like something. Okay, a couple of things that I want to do here. I want to visually improve. I think this makes sense from a UX point of view. It's somewhat easy to read and to scan, but it's boring. There's not really a lot of visual hierarchy here. I don't like this. It's not enticing. It's not. I think like the section title should be more distinguished from the search field. The search field should be a little bit, maybe longer. I don't know. Yeah. It's very, I mean, it's a shortcut overview, like how cool and exciting this can be, but let's try to make it a little bit better. Colin said, Danny said, or you shared your design knowledge well enough that I learned some of the basics. Hey, this is nice. Yeah, this is good. Like we learn. Now, the tricky thing is, what if I shared wrong design knowledge? and you learn the wrong basics, the incorrect basics. That'd be hilarious. All right. Audience, give me suggestions here. How would you make this less boring? How would you... you want to use colors? We want these to have like a 3D effect, but a 3D effect is kind of like outside of what we do. I mean, 3D effect entices me a little bit for whatever reason. But yeah, this is hella boring. So let's do something brutal. I'm going to use the primary color. Do we want to use like a fancy, trying to use the teal. This is to Thunderbird appointment. Look, hey, this is not bad. If I turn everything white, I could do this. No, let's do colors here. Let's use, do we have the text default, not soft? Do we want to use this? Maybe this can be, why the icons? No, I don't want, okay. Same thing as this, but then I want to have a border, a stroke, 1 pixel inside with this. Do we have something a little bit dark in the same vein? I think we're getting to something. This is really not great though. Maybe this, and then we can have a stroke, could be even darker. Bad suggestion, maybe add decorative icons to the left of the shortcuts. What do you mean decorative icons? What type? To the left of the shortcuts. Give me an example. I don't know. I mean, this is not bad already. Like, we create some horizontal spaces, toolbar kind of thing for navigation. Oh, yeah. But then how do you allow users to select, for example, the event dialog? Do they need to go in the... Actually, here we could have an icon. For example, here we could slap the mail icon. So every section could have, but not large. I definitely don't want it large. I want it, yeah, small. This one can die in a fire. This could be nice. Maybe a little bit taller, the section title, so it distinguishes from, oh, snapping. This should be 9 and height 50. Maybe this is just a little bit better visual separation, or is this too much? Like it's not needed, these type of things. I'm just randomly selecting colors now because I'm really at a loss. Just dark black. Yeah. For example, for the delete message or the trash icon. Yeah, that's something that at the beginning we checked, like during the wireframes, right? Like wireframes here, Laurel, the design manager's left. Like, do any of our shortcuts also have an icon or symbol, like an icon button that needs to be displayed? That would be nice. Unfortunately, the icons for the shortcuts are not decided by us. Most of the times are decided by the operating system, and we're not consistent in showing icons for all our shortcuts. So some might have it, some might not. Yeah, and also it will create, I think, since we have icons that are clickable. These are icon buttons. It will create a false expectation that also those icons are not just decorative, but they're clickable, and I don't want that. I prefer to have like actionable items, like icons that are somewhat useful that users can interact with. I think this might be fine for now. I'm really not impressed. Okay, let's detach this and let's do some brutal exploration of colors. We can start from the background color here, and then we can have a variation of that background color. I'm sure my design manager is loving this, just figuring things out on the fly. Just making shit up, just randomly picking colors that don't really belong to what we're trying to do. And here, instead of having the stroke, I could have a drop shadow that has no blur, a spread of -2, and then down here. And this is actually full color, but we start from this color and we make it darker. Should be connected. This should be connected. How do we make this connected? Maybe like this. I like this. I kind of like this. Is kind of like Windows 95 vibes. I kind of like. Can we have bird themed emojis? Oh yeah. How do I do that? I can add custom emojis to this, but yeah. Yes, Micah. Exactly. Yeah, we only need 5,000 icons and multiple density and variations, Micah, and I want it for tomorrow, please, because it's, come on, you can do it, right? It's easy. It's fine. There's no problem. Do we want to use a gradient here? Maybe we want to give it a little bit of more oomph. Actually, leave this by default, and here we can use no solid. I want a linear gradient that goes from transparent black to transparent 10%, something like that. Or maybe flip. Can I flip it this? Can I? No, I can't flip. I need to. Oh no, I can't flip it. Oh no. I need to change this. Okay. It's always 15 and this 0. Maybe. I don't know. Am I onto something? Oh, maybe white. Is this too much like Windows 95 vibes, or this is so out? No, this is Windows Vista shit. Like that's okay. I think something like that might be nice. One extra things that we could add in CSS, maybe since we have a background color, I like to add like a white, 0 blur, 1 down, full white, drop shadow. Where is this going? What is this? Oh, X is 0. Should be okay. Yeah, something like that. It creates a little bit of X should be 0. Okay, this is better. And here we could do the same thing, but we want maybe a drop shadow. Why you close? Don't close. Blur 0, spread. Oh no, I'm touching the wrong one. Blur 0, X 0, Y one, 20%. Yes, it could create a little bit of visual separation from the color background. This is a very simple trick that it's whenever you have like flat on flat, flat color on flat color, you add just not blur, you add just a 1 pixel drop shadow, and that improves the readability like a lot. And this makes it step up on another level. Yeah, something like that. 10 years creating like a variables. Yes, my God, that's, yes, we need this. We need this. And this maybe we could also have the variation here that, yeah. Maybe could have something like that. Let's use one of our components. This. Oh no, I want the color here, baby. I want this. I want the path, the label, and the path. And select a color, base. This and this. Hey, what do we think about this? Maybe this could also be now at this point, because we have a wrapper around it. We could, I don't like that PenPod collapses my panels. Just leave the panels open. Because I forget where things are. So just leave it open. Yeah, it could be something like that. Maybe this border is too much. It also could be like a 40%. Yeah, look at this. Check this out. This is not bad. Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting onto something. I mean, I just introduced a completely foreign design element to this, but it could be like a section title or something like that, and maybe a little bit even smaller. It could be nice to have. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's not too bad like this. Yeah, I don't mind. I like this. Feedback, comments, some like huge middle finger. Oh, we're almost 10 minutes away from the end of this live streaming. Look at us. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm going, as usual, like share this up for a review. And then in the next session, probably I'm gonna try to finish the design of all of this, because what we have left are high-level design of editable modal, editable shortcuts, but we're gonna reuse all the components that we have. If we define a UI, like a visual identity for this, we use the same exact components, and then the conflicts resolution. This is a drop-down. We don't need to design this. We have like predefined style components inside Thunderbird. So I should be able to finish this quickly in the beginning, like half an hour, and then we're gonna start doing some coding. And hopefully by then I will have received some feedback about the technical requirements and implementation of this. Do we want to do SQLite? Do we want to do JSON? These I try to define, like, this is how I want to define an SQL schema. We're going to have a shortcut table and a context table. This is a shortcut array. How do we handle it? And then we start looking at the shortcut manager, which we already have a shortcut manager in our code base, but it's statically defined. We have a static structure for those keys. But the shortcut manager has a nice little thing that helper function to match if a shortcut is pressed correctly. And then we have a nice shortcuts. We get the shortcut string. So we grab the data from the database and it gets turned into readable meta plus control plus shift, like visually appealing shortcuts. So it's gonna basically generate these things. So we already have some code that I built a few years back, but we need to extend it and make it better. So is the search okay? Micah said, I love the embossed text looked. Honestly, I just like realistic-ish lighting and depth. Flat design was a mistake. Yes, absolutely, I agree. Red Blade, is the search independent of the section selected? As in, if I search while in mail space, will it search only the space? Maybe move the search in the section. No, the search is independent. The search is global search. So the objective, the expected behavior, and this is something that we're going to prototype live, is that when you start typing and start searching, you can search the action, or you can start typing the shortcut and it's going to populate that and search for the shortcut. It's going to automatically filter as you type all the results. And we're going to see a list of all the shortcuts, but with the indication of which section it is to the side. I'm probably not going to use the section title because it's going to create like some bulky separation there. But I'm gonna design like this row with the name indication of the section, or maybe grouped it by section. I don't know. But yeah, no, the search is globally affecting. Like you can search all the shortcuts in the whole application. Hey, I like this. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, so if I do something like that, because I want to clean up a little bit, if I delete the background, just a second, because I'm not using, oh yes, I am. But if I delete the child elements, because the background has, okay, now we have only the background, we have the fill and the stroke, perfect. Okay, so if I change the fill to another color, as in no, sorry. This type of gray, or maybe something a little more because this is the color that we're using, but something a little bit more subdued. Oh, maybe a purple. Ooh, I love these tiny hints of soft color there, but no, I think it won't work. And all flat gray, I mean, that might be okay, but I think that tiny little hint of teal might be. This tiny little hint of blue is not bad. I think it pairs well and it's consistent, like it's highlighted with the UI. I mean, teal, tiny little hint of teal is not bad either. Let's leave this as expected with our default models, because this like respects it respects the style of the account hub and all the general models. We should potentially keep it that way. I mean, this is not bad though. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. This shortcut. Okay. Feedback, questions, concerns. How does this feel like? I think I like, why am I going back and forth constantly between these two colors? I think, yeah, the little tiny blue hint, it creates a better separation for the search field. It's a little bit better there. What did I say here? Filter active indicator, show only customized shortcuts. Okay, yes. You can have this filter active indicator. This is the menu. Lots of concerns. Always so many concerns. You're gonna send me an email titled, I have concerns about Alex. Yes, me too. Everybody's concerned about Alex. Now, I will love for this to give me the ability to copy this drop shadow. Copy style. Penpot doesn't have a copy style. Not too bad. Yeah, this is a feature request. I'm gonna write a feature request on there. Bug tracker. Copy style and paste style. That would make life so much easier. But yeah, I can do them all together, I guess. Okay. Selection, shadows, drop shadow, 0, 0, 1, FFF. Was that at 100% or 20%? I think it's 100%, right? Yes, 100%. Otherwise, you cannot see this. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, it's time to finish it. Oh no, I don't want to manually save it. Alrighty. Well, yeah, next time we're gonna see what feedback we got from the team in terms of the scope of work and the design, and we're gonna continue with the 2 customizable models, and then we're gonna start some coding. So yeah, it's gonna get pretty intense because I have no idea how I'm gonna build this, but it's gonna be exciting. As usual, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Go download Thunderbird, join the mailing list, join the community, help us make this the best email client out there and the best communication client out there. It's gonna take a long time, but we can make it happen. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And I need to end the streaming and I need to find the button. So I'm going to continue talking randomly. But yeah, thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.